Yo, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Yarns with Marns. This is the first episode of 2022. So happy New Year to everyone. Merry Christmas. Hope everyone has had a great holiday so far. Today is January 11th. And just real quick, I know that in the first episode of this revamped podcast, I said that there will be weekly podcasts, and someone messaged me about this. And I had some podcasts lined up a few weeks ago just before Christmas to put out, but I'm not sure if you follow me on social media or not, but had some personal things going on. Lost one of my closest friends 5 days before Christmas, so I didn't really feel like I was in the right space to put out a podcast and to put out content like that during this grieving time. I'm still grieving, but feeling a bit better. It's Tuesday today, and yesterday was my first proper day back into routine, trying to meditate and read my book and do things properly, but so I've definitely got some episodes lined up, but really what I wanted to come on today is, what I wanted to come on to the podcast today to tell you is just, welcome back to the podcast, and a bit of a life update for me, and then, just looking forward to 2022, but more so just so you can see me again, really. It has been a while. I looked on my YouTube, and it was 4 weeks ago since I put out that first episode of the revamp one, which is kind of funny because I said in that episode, it's not funny, but I guess shit happens. I said that I would put out a podcast weekly. I said I'd put out a podcast weekly, and I've put out one in the last 4 weeks, but I'm going to release this one today, and then hopefully even maybe one more tomorrow. But 2022 is really going to be a different looking year for me, I think, personally. So I'm really interested in going hard in this space with content creation, and keep creating TikToks and vlogs and videos, and really go into this podcast space too, because I really enjoy these, to be honest. I was just away in Christchurch for a few days. It was really good, great getaway, and I was hanging around my brother and his dad, and honestly we talked a lot, a lot of discussions and catching up and stuff like that. And I had a little bit I stepped away for a second and thought to myself, damn, I really just enjoy talking. I think podcasting is good for me. And if I'm being honest, if I'm being real honest, I've always been a little bit self-conscious about my voice. When I used to first start making YouTube videos, I was a little bit self-conscious about it, and kind of scared to express my voice out there on the internet and online and stuff like that. But I've actually really received some really cool compliments, and also just on the self-love journey, I've learned to, and I'm still learning to accept all parts of me. So my voice is a big part of me, and I've had some really cool compliments of people saying that they enjoy listening to my voice and stuff like that. So where I was getting with that is that I really just enjoy talking and using my voice, and so I'm really excited to get into this podcast space even more for this year, because and I'm really excited to get into this podcast space just because it's going to be a great year for content creation and just podcasts in general, videos in general, and so that's my plan. I really haven't done any goal setting this year so far. I haven't sat down and done proper goal setting. If you saw my post on Instagram yesterday, you would have seen that the first 10 days of this year has kind of just been going with the flow, no structure. I haven't even been eating properly. I haven't been exercising consistently. Before this morning, I can't remember the last time I did breath work or meditation or things like that. So really trying to get back into a routine. It is a bit tough, if I must admit. It's just a bit of a weird time. Christmas wasn't the same this year, or this one just gone. I was in bed by 8 p.m. asleep. Learning to navigate through these waves, and that's going to be a podcast that I'm going to record in the coming days. Is about enjoying all phases that you're in, enjoying all chapters of the book, and enjoying all phases of the journey of life, and not just when things are going great, things are going good, just enjoying those ones, but enjoying it all too, even when the going gets tough. So I'm really looking forward to this year, to be honest. I think it's going to be one of those kind of years that, like what I just talked about with the seasons, and the ebbs and flows. You really have to just ride the wave. It's going to be a year of resilience and courage and strength, and a lot of that's going to be required because we're going to be called to grow this year. I can feel it for all of us. I can feel it for everyone. It's going to be a really challenging and testing year, but I think we will come out the end stronger and better for it too. That's a little bit of a life update. I've just spent the last 4 days in Christchurch, and honestly it was so good. Had some good time away with my brother. What did we do on the first day? We rode the bikes down to the beach and walked along the pier. Then we went out and chilled and just went on a bike ride and just enjoyed each other's company. The next day we went on the jet skis to the lake, and it was really good. On Thursday, the day that I left, I had a bit of a rough day. I had to inform someone, or let someone know something that was on my mind a lot, and it kind of bugged me a little bit. I set my day off a little, and when it came to Thursday night, time to go to Christchurch, I didn't really want to go, if I'm being honest. I was saying to my mum, I don't really want to go anymore. I'm kind of just in the mood to lie in bed and chill out. It reminds me of the days when I used to battle with depression, and it felt like that a little bit. I just wanted to lie in bed all day and chill. But as soon as I got to Christchurch, I saw my older brother, who I haven't seen in a few months, and honestly, it was some of the best times away ever. Like, it even made me think about, it even made me think about, how there's so much opportunity and there's so many things that we haven't experienced by traveling and getting out and doing things. So, I've had a really good few days to recharge. Yesterday was a great day of journaling. I wrote a lot of things down, a lot of notes, and I'm just really excited. And it hasn't been the ideal start, I guess you'd say. The ideal, people on day one, they're at the gym doing all their things, but it's taken me 10 days to kind of start getting back into things. But as I talked about, I'll share that in another podcast about enjoying those waves and those phases. But for now, I'm feeling really good, feeling recharged after spending some good days in Christchurch. Spent a lot of time over the summer in Palmy as well, and just doing things that are good for my soul. I think I've maybe swam in the ocean every single day, maybe this year, maybe bar 2 days. So my soul's getting there. I'm getting there. But if I'm being honest, things haven't been the easiest the last few weeks. But hey, if it was easy, everyone would do it. And I'm just grateful for all phases of life. I'm going to wrap this podcast up now. I really just wanted to say Happy New Year. I apologize if you have been waiting for the weekly podcasts. As I said, there were some personal things that came up, losing one of my best mates, and what I've learned is that you really just have to focus on what you can control, and we can't control those kinds of things. So I'm back here now. I've had a few weeks to chill out and take things easy. It's still kind of weird times at the moment for me personally, but we'll get through it, and we'll get through it together. And so I'm looking forward to 2022. I'm looking forward to connecting with you all here, and I'm really just looking forward to sharing some of my thoughts throughout the year on this podcast. So thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Yarns with Marns. And if you haven't, make sure to subscribe, do all the liking things on all the platforms. Subscribe to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Those are pretty much the main 3 platforms that people view it on. That would mean a lot, and then so we can take this podcast further throughout the year. But hope everyone's had a great start to the year, doing things that really fill your cup and make you feel good. And I'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after in the next episode. Peace and love.